Hello friends, it has been a while since I've been here, and so I'm just gonna say hello again and welcome back to the Updo tutorials here on the Updo Collective. I'm gonna do something quick and simple for you today. So what I'm gonna do is just like the quickest updo on some hair that's really thin, it's got a lot of broken ends. We're thinking like a good bridesmaid look. This is someone who isn't really picky, they just want their hair to look cute, okay? So I have already sectioned out the front pieces, so we've got those away, and then it's gonna be a little bit sleeker. So I have it clipped on each side. I've already sleeked this part down and I clip it here, so I'm not messing with that when I'm working on the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a really simple base, because this is thin hair and we wanna have as much hair as possible to create the updo, okay? So if you gather it all into a ponytail, you're losing out on a lot just by pulling it into that ponytail. So I'm gonna take the hair that is in this clip, so it's the hair just above the ear, and I'm gonna pull it across, and I'm gonna bobby pin this in place right here. Now, something else I wanna mention is this hair is prepped, ready to go. So I'm not doing this on sleek, fresh hair. It's got texture powder, it's got texture spray in it, we've got hairspray, we've got the hair all ready to go. I've got some back combing in here, so we already have some lift and fullness, and that's gonna help create grip for our bobby pins. So I put my 2 pins in here. They're held in nicely because I've got the bobby pin, or the back combing in there. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just grabbing this little bit of hair that is coming from the front and crossing it over. And this is just gonna provide a space for me to bring the rest of the hair up into. So I'll do just 1 or 2 bobby pins to make sure this is secure, and that I've got all the hair from the front pinned back away from her face. So now what we have is we have a foundational place to bring in the rest of the hair, and we still have this nice and smooth on both sides, and that back combing for a little bit of volume. Now, all you're gonna do, depending on the look that you want, you can curl this if you need to, but you're gonna spread this out so we have as much hair as we can work with. I've got, like I said, texture powder, texture spray in here. I have some back combing, and I'm just gonna start on the outside and work my way in by taking sections of the hair, and I'm gonna twist it up and in. So I'm smoothing it with my fingers. You can use a little smoothing cream if you have some. Twisting it around and then up into here. And then because I have this space that I've already created right here, I can just put my pins right in here and push it down into that base. And that will help to secure it without having to use too much bobby pinning in here, because this hair is fine and thin. So the more bobby pins you use, the more it can hurt the head, the more you can see them. Sometimes it makes the hair look flat and it pulls hair down. But if you use less bobby pins, then you can kind of create more fullness and use what little hair they have to create fullness throughout. So this is just 1 section, okay? Now I'm gonna do the same thing in the middle. Divide this again. And the size of this will be determined by how much hair they have down here. So if it's really, really thin, it might be much smaller. And especially with these ends, these are so bad. I don't want them to show. So you really want to make sure that you're using this part to show and this is getting tucked in. So I'm taking this again, I'm going to twist it up toward the center and hold it right here with my thumb. I'm just holding it right at those bobby pins, okay? And I'm going to pin into that. So I just hold on to my pin and I push it down into the foundational pins that I already created. And then with this internal one, so I'll do 2, and I kind of use my fingers to fan that out a little bit. What I want to do is make sure that these ends aren't showing. So I'm going to keep these ends right here. I'm just going to bring them in with this section when I pin this in. So you can see I have this spot right here where I've got these ends. I could tuck these away as well if I needed to, but I'm not going to tuck them. I'm just going to use this and wrap it all up together. So this last piece then, we're doing the same thing that I did over on this side. I'm twisting it to do it like the opposite way while I'm showing you on film here. I'm twisting it in here, and then these ends, I'm gonna just tuck into this other section because I've got a little space in there, okay? And I can hold that with my thumb and do the same thing that I did before, where I just take my pin and I go down into the bobby pins that I've already created as my foundation. I'm gonna do a couple of those here. So now I have the basic look and shape. And now from here, I can kind of tweak it and put any more bobby pins that I need to. So if you see some bobby pins up here, you can adjust that. If you feel like it's loose and it needs a few more, you can put some pins internally. So what I mean by that is, if this is feeling a little bit loose right here, I can take a pin, open it, and go inside and push it across. So I'm just giving some more foundation in there, and then just pull this out so it's covering up any of those pins. And you can go through and kind of make this wider if you need to. Make sure the shape is good. And then you want to remove these carefully. And I would also hairspray this first before you remove these so you lock it in. And then just see if anything else needs to be tightened. So once you take these out, you can see if you give her head a little shake and see if she needs anything that needs to be tightened or tweaked. But otherwise, this is a really simple, lovely little updo that you can do quickly for a bridesmaid, for a mother of the bride that maybe has short hair, damaged ends, something like that. And you don't have to do much curling. You just have to do good prep and have a good foundation of bobby pins to really lock that in. Okay, friends, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Also, grab my freebie that I have down below too to learn more about updos and get plugged in at the Updo Collective. Make sure that you join the Facebook group, and we have a good community over there. Again, my name is Heidi with the Updo Collective. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.